Here for our Sunday morning Kingdom Hearts. Now, after Friday's broadcast, I actually was able to set up what I wanted to set up, which you can actually see in the background. I actually did go ahead and put up a wonderful display behind me. So, how's everybody doing this morning? All right, Sora. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause it for one moment. Alright guys, I'm back. So what I've done is, let me turn this down. I went ahead and made sure that we've gotten so far to this point the Green Trinity marks. We've beaten Agrabah. Now it's time for the high jump. Well, and a little bit of foreshadowing here where you go to get high jump.
Oh, hi Jiminy.
Look at Pinocchio.
What in the world are you doing?
Oh, isn't that cute? Not. Anyway,
Playing hide and seek.
so this weekend I was actually working on a couple of things. Now, as if you may know, on Monday nights I play Smite, and that's one of the videos that can actually stand me cutting out the music. It can stand me cutting out the talking, doing a little bit of editing, which you can actually visit at Crimson 60620 on YouTube, and you can actually see the little bit more polished videos, not cutting out the gameplay but more cutting out the load screens, adding a little bit of music. And so I've been working on that lately. In background, those are just some of the drawings that I do. I'm thinking about switching some of them out to reflect some of the other stuff that I have, but these are just some examples of my drawings. I have an Etsy store where I have part of my collection. I would like to say 1/4. Now, I did get on the path to actually try to synthesize. And so with me synthesizing, I want to really get the ultimate weapon. Come on, y'all talking too much. Let's go. So this actually, you can have this scene without going to the next world, quote unquote world. But this lets you know what goes on with the scene. Oh, my mic dropped, and not in a good way. Let me just better. All right, so let's just check our inventory. I can't remember what I had from last week. All right, let's do a little cleanup work. Let's go just check our equipment. Anything that gives me a little bit more AP, nah. Let's kind of boost up. Let's kind of boost up one of our support characters. Yeah, let's see what we can actually get for our abilities. Yes, I actually like this ability of Goofy's. Donald just dragging behind, and Sora, our red mage. Kind of want MP8 haste, but yeah, the world I'm going in doesn't really require it. All right, so let's go. Let's see if we have any better weapons for Donald, Sora, and Goofy. Now there is a trophy for getting all of the staves and all of the shields, and I guess when we get more money we're gonna be able to do it. Should I go see the puppies? Yeah, I'll probably go see the puppies since I'm in this world. And I think I got the high jump special that I was supposed to get over here, but we'll see. So one thing that I've, and you guys probably seen it last week, one thing that I've actually done, oh, I got it, that I have to practice more on, I guess because of I get so used to doing it in the old game on PS3, is the reaction commands from, you know, I guess I'm gonna start calling them limits because that's what they are in 2. But it's actually pretty interesting of how you have to be able to do it. Now, kind of, I'll come back. I have to come back. I was gonna say we have a torn page. We can actually go in the torn page. And so let's do this. Yeah, the gummy ship is a lot easier when you have an upgrade. And I remember just going through and actually doing a lot of the gummy ship missions just for the hell of it. Because it's actually fun to do the gummy ship missions when you have adequate gummy ship. I have some osmosis. I have a couple of haste. I love those things. I've actually used their model as a ship before. I think I'm flying to Agrabah. Yeah, flying to Agrabah. So you actually need to get Montro in order to proceed any further. And that's where we're going, big shot. I know nobody is ever, no one was surprised with that. So you need to get Montro. And that's effectively what I'm trying to do. He either appears in one of two places. Nah, don't need to warp. Alright, guys. So, did it trigger? No, it didn't trigger. Damn it. I'm wondering if this. Yep, it triggered. Alright. So. Let's go. So, pretty soon they're going to release a new trailer for the Kingdom Hearts 3 game, which should be interesting. The one that they released at E3, thank God that's over, was okay, but it doesn't tell us much more than we already know. Now, here's the thing about it. People get me with wanting to know all the information they can, but not want to know spoilers. I don't get that. It's just something that doesn't make much sense to me. It's that whole, and I know they made fun of it in what is it, Rent, where they say, I love you just the way you are, now change. It's one of those paradoxes that people say that they want to be surprised by things, but they want to know everything that goes on. People, make up your damn mind. Either you want to know about what's going on, or you wait and be surprised. Now, you see a lot of this in everything, and because I do a lot of sci-fi or quote-unquote nerd culture, or just, it's not one genre that I actually like to read or look. And yeah, I have some fantasy, some mythological things, some sci-fi things, but people concern themselves with trying to know all of the factors and facts that they can, and concerned with things being formulaic or not surprising. And then when you throw a surprise at them, they say, "Wow, you're spoiling things."
And for today's weather,
I was watching a YouTuber back a year ago. He says that Sephiroth kills Eric in Final Fantasy VII. This isn't 1996 when the game came out. This is freaking 2015, and people are saying spoilers.
Pinocchio, where are you going? Pinocchio, come on,
And so,
buddy, after him, quick!
It just kind of gets on me that a lot of people are just they don't know what they want. And what's also funny is that they will beg for something in a show or a book or a movie, and they get it and immediately say,
"What have you got there, Pinocchio?
You did it wrong."
With this, we can get out of here, Father.
And it's quite ironic because
Really? With this big block? You think so?
It's true.
So people
How
amaze
did you
me.
end up here, Pinocchio?
People amaze me. And not to say I'm somebody
my,
who
so the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
looks
say
like
that I'm somebody who's
My
above
name
the
is
sheeple.
Geppetto.
No,
I'm Pinocchio's
no.
father.
I'm
When
just
we got
as arrogant,
separated, I
just
traveled
as
all over
emotional,
looking for him.
just
Thank
as
goodness we're
impulsive,
together again.
rational as not rational.
So, you
A
seem
little
to
bit more
know
rational,
Pinocchio quite
but
well.
rash
I
as
hope he
everyone
was a
else.
good boy in my absence.
The fact is,
Well,
God damn
we've
it,
all had quite a journey, right,
people
Pinocchio?
think
Pinocchio.
more than just what's right in front of you. And I'm not saying everything has some super deep meaning that leads you to the connection of the universe. What I am saying is that sometimes appearances aren't all that it's cracked up to be. And we all know that on some base level, but we don't follow it. We don't say, yeah, that's kind of messed up. Let's look at something else. Let's look at the next question.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go back.
You know, Geppetto's awfully
I don't think I
worried
like
about
these
you.
textures. Just the way
Pinocchio,
they
stop fooling
pulsate.
around.
But
It's no
the
time
fact
for
that
games.
they're pulsating versus the last, I've never seen them pulsate
But
like
Sora,
this before.
I thought you liked games. Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku?
Speaking of thinking
What are you
about
doing
what's
here?
going on beyond
Just
the
playing with
surface.
Pinocchio.
I know I made mention of this in the
You know
last
what I
video
mean.
where
What about
Riku
Kairi? Did you find
where
Maybe.
they actually
us, and maybe I'll
seemingly
tell you
gave
what
some
I know.
intelligence to Riku,
Come on.
but even though he realized that Maleficent was playing him, he still had to go and, you know what, kind of respect the man for, or boy for doing it. But he knew he was falling down the trap, but he felt that he didn't have a different choice, which he could have always teamed up with Sora and actually lay waste to the people in, I don't know, maybe because he felt he didn't have any good choices, so he just chose the best choice. But he did recognize there were other choices out there. He recognized that there was another quote-unquote way out there. He just didn't have a way of accessing it, if that makes sense. Man, you hit me so hard, you loved me a long time. So, I don't know. But good news, guys. I've actually went ahead and renewed my Spotify. Yay. And I simply did it because, one, they had a sale. And as you know, it's Spotify. Spotify is PlayStation Music. And PlayStation Music, I originally liked the original Music Unlimited. They actually had some music that I couldn't find in a lot of places. But, you know, hey, it's something that, I don't know, my music taste has varied. I want to say that I've stepped out of a box just from my background that I was put in. Now, I can't say that I'm enjoying the wonderful soulful music of the country, but there are some genres that I've actually taken to that were actually a little bit different from what I grew up, or where the music that I grew up with was influenced by those genres and didn't really know. So, example, I started listening to Queen. And I know people are, you know, some people may say, well, everybody should know who Queen is. Queen is Queen. Like, who doesn't? And for a long time, I didn't really know who Queen was. I actually just, you know, I never put the groups, some of the songs that I know that they had together with some of the songs that I didn't know were them. Classic examples. Another One Bites the Dust. I did not realize that was Queen. Now, as a child of the 80s, growing up back when in Chicago it was UPN. Before that it was I just know it was Channel 50, WP, WRTV. They of course had the show Highlander, and god damn it, the show Highlander was something, you know, I used to actually watch with my father, and it was just such a fun show to watch. It was just one of those shows where they actually showed, and well, show is not the right word, but they actually had beheadings. They had beheadings as, you know, as a staple of their show, because in the end there can be only one. And I knew the cover from the Highlander opening and Princess of the Universe. But and I also knew the cover for Who Wants to Be Immortal. And I like that song above the cover for Princess of the Universe, because I am immortal and I've always, that's how we feel. No, I'm joking. But who does really want to live forever? I'm sorry, it's just me going ahead and getting something that I should not be getting. But who wants to live forever? And that kind of stuck with me, as if living forever isn't the best thing to do, because you watch so many people die. Now we can get to the whole, is it true immortality, you know, what happens when the planet actually finally is enveloped by the sun or is melted by the sun, when the sun dies and becomes effectively a white dwarf billions of years in the future. Yeah, we can have that discussion, but just to see, and what if humanity kills itself? And you just, you know, and this, I know this is a question, and of all things, Swift Gulliver Travels, where people just live forever, and it was insinuated by, you know, they got old, and he was saying more than they just got old and locked in their age. They didn't have eternal youth, they had eternal life, but the message was there that just those the constant accumulation of the years still took their toll on them. And it's just, I don't know. And I'm off on a tangent because I was originally starting to talk about music that I listen to. So, got Spotify back. Another band that I don't know what to really call them or what to associate it with. And I know it's not a band. I know it's a team of animators. One guy that does songs and a lot of compilations and featurettes. Of course, I'm speaking about Gorillaz. I was gonna buy the Humans album. I know with me, I've started listening to some of the tracks that weren't out on the radio as much. One of which should actually have been on the radio, but I understand why they didn't put it there. Ascension. I love Ascension. Just the way that it comes in, and it's the fact that I think it may be the first actual song, of course, but it may be the actual first song on the album. And I don't know the guy's name. I know it's something. He comes on and it's just intro. And I know I said it like on the Friday night broadcast, but it's just when you come in and say, you know, and initiates that you're now tuned into the tune of Jehovah, where the world is loud enough to shake the world. What they told us, they trying to dinosaur us. So now it's trying to, now it's time to go up. It's just that it's not just stupid lines put together. That's not what that is. It's where I like lyrics, and just the lyrics from that was actually really great. Fuck. Another one that I've listened to a lot is Satin Bars. I get why people like it. It has that. The Jamaican beat of it is actually pretty good. But the damn Andromeda is actually does something where it, even though when you actually listen to the lyrics, the bridge is what most people really think of when they think of it. But Satin Bars is actually, Andromeda is actually just this big club sound. A guy came into the city, he wants to go clubbing. No matter how tired he is, he wants to go clubbing. And Auburn actually, when you listen to some of his music, it makes no sense. But it has a good beat. It's actually, he mastered the beat makes the music more than the lyrics make the music. I think he was the first one. What is it? Dirty Harry. When you actually sit back and listen to the music, it's interesting to say the least. And just Andromeda with featuring Dram is the Dram parts when they come in, it's just hilariously, it just gives a sense to the song of that it's a love song, but no, it's not. It's a club song. It's one of those songs where it's just like, let's just have it, and it has that almost dubstep kind of pop song. But the fact is, I hear it played on urban stations. I'm in Chicago. There's a station called GCI, and they played it on GCI, which is ironic because it talks about it gives a sense of going to a club, and not one of these American clubs in New York. It gives a sense that this is a club that you actually would enjoy in Prague, or one of those clubs where it's just like where people aren't so hung up on status, they're there to party, and it's just freaking hilarious. I don't know, and it's just one of the things that I like about this music, or their music, quote unquote. Of course, I like the Plastic Beach album. Stylo, of course, who doesn't like Stylo? Especially the video was actually pretty interesting. If you like the beats and the music, but one of the ones that I like in that song is Melancholy Hill. Melancholy Hill was actually pretty good. What was another one? Of course, we have to talk about. I know it's not part of it, but
why do you still care about that?
Let's keep talking about the Plastic Beach album.
Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him.
Rhinestone Eyes.
I was just messing with him a little.
And Broken.
Oh, really?
That's actually, those are songs that I actually like. I know Broken had that. It had the
heartless
Jeff
prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
But Rhinestone Eyes, they released it in a way where it was just the
Riku, what's the matter with you?
The sketch.
What are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
But
I was about to ask you the same thing,
it's just
Sora.
one of those things where I just like
You
it.
only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
Alright.
I do.
Long cutscene. Should be a little bit better. Let's save. Make sure that we save our progress so far. All right. Yeah, that face kind of looked weird.
You up for this?
No problem. Let's do it. Take that!
This is basically just a smack fest.
This should help.
Wake up, Donald. I need my meat shield.
Heal! Donald! Heal!
Alright.
Donald!
Let's wake up Donald and...
Heal!
Oh. Oh.
Donald!
I guess I'm doing the healing of my characters. Just so I can make sure that in the one of the stats that you're judged by, and I don't know if it's you're judged by just to be judged by, is how many times you use recuperative items. Ah, shit. Recuperative items or healing of your teammates to help them out. Let's go. And cut out the cutscene. Come on. Light. Now, this should make it a little bit of a walk in the park.
Come on!
Alright. Donald, you freak. He's one-shotting you.
Donald! Get me straight.
Thank you. I like using summons, guys. They just make the fights a lot easier. And I think you get the water gleam from here. Oh, I love that water gleam.
Get me straight. Courage. Come on.
All right.
Heal. This should help.
He should only take one more.
Heal. Heal.
Wow, I definitely need that leaf bracer. Oh shit, that was close. There we go. Throw my other meat shields at him before I throw my other meat shields at him before I die again. Okay, cheer. Great. So okay, so he needs cheer. I need one more. How much Sora has? Let's look at their equipment. God damn it. I need one more. Oh, wow.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio! Please, give me back my son!
Wow.
Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
It's actually pretty dark in
He's
here for me.
no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual.
So-
Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kairi?
What do you care about her?
Kinda don't feel comfortable in my seat today. I don't know what else I don't know what else I can say. Alright. So we're about to be a little bit of a monster before we go save the puppet. Let's go. Let's go loot some stuff. I like the little jump animation, how they change the jump animation when you actually get high jump. Sora does a little flip in the air, and that somehow makes him be able to jump higher. Somehow. After the stream today, guys, I'm actually gonna head to the gym. I was supposed to head to the gym yesterday, but I had a little bit of a family emergency. Head to the gym, and it's Chicago. And one of the things about Chicago that when it's warm in the summertime, it's really freaking warm. I do a lot of, thank God, that's what I needed. I tried to do a lot of biking in the summer. Last summer I fell off very, very badly. And so I'm just trying to, I guess, catch back up with where I was. And I tell this story all the time. One summer I did about 500 miles. And that's with taking a break off for a month because I couldn't get my bike fixed. And now I have a functioning bike, and I'm just trying to get back to where I was before. I've put I put a little bit more weight on because, of course, I work in a desk job. And I do a lot of sitting down, but I have the benefit and curse. My body is quick to try to find an equilibrium, and what I mean by that is that if when I'm sitting around and not doing something, I usually find the equilibrium to my body, and it's usually, sometimes it's actually, it's different, but as soon as I start working out in earnest, And I don't really have to change my diet that much, and that's the fun part about it. I don't have to change my diet that much. As soon as I start working out in earnest, doing the weight training and the cardio, my metabolism starts picking up, and it's a blessing and a curse, because when it slows down, it freaking stalls.
Come on!
But when it picks up, I'm a freaking monster. And inside of a month and a half, I lost like 10 pounds. Now I did one thing. I severely cut back, almost to the point of elimination of sugary drinks. Just drink nothing but water for the most part. You may catch me drinking some tea. I may occasionally drink a pop, but it's not a sense of I have to have, if I go a week or two without a pop, then okay. It's not a big deal. And it's quite ironic where I saw a benefit from it almost immediately. I think I'm missing one other magic spell. Stop. No, stop and grab it.
Come on!
Because Merlin gives you a good keyblade once you actually get all those magic spells, at least level 1. And it's the Spellbinder Keyblade, which has made a little bit more sense in this game of who gives it to you versus how it is in the other games. Mickey's walking around with the keyblade a simple keyblade that you got from Merlin.
Hey!
But I don't know.
Let Pinocchio go, Riku!
A puppet that's
So
lost its
who's
heart
the better
to the heartless.
spellcaster in the
Maybe it holds the
Kingdom
key to
Hearts
helping
universe?
Kairi.
Yen Sid or
How about
Merlin?
it, Sora? Let's
I wonder.
join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart.
With the
At
cutscene
least he still
volume
has a
being down,
conscience.
Conscience?
I don't know why
might
it's
not
taking so
hear it.
long.
But right now, it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I guess I'm okay.
All right. Let's get down to the real fight.
Give me strength! Gotcha! This should help. Gotcha!
All right, where's everybody else?
Give me strength!
All right. Let's just get everything down that we need to get down. Did they improve the texture on something? I probably said this before. Yeah. I'm looking at his texture and the guy's... I wouldn't consider that a one shot. I don't know, guys. We made it almost to an hour, and we're almost finished with this world. So we can go do some cleanup, probably some tournaments, some other things that we need to do. Let's get this Trinity mark again. Should I try to put? Nah, I don't have enough for the cheer. All right.
Take that.
So, last night watched the newest episode of Dragon Ball Super. Was actually kind of good. And I know it's kind of a revival of the different little animes that are out. See the picture of me behind me? That's the Bleach, the Ichigo first Bankai transformation.
Where Pinocchio go, Riku?
Drew it about
that's lost
3-4 years ago.
Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi.
They said it was going to be a new Bleach spin-off manga.
Let's
a lot
join
of people were
forces to save
still
her.
pissed off at the end of
We
Bleach.
can do it together.
Which I kind of am pissed off at the end of Bleach too.
What?
Not simply because
You'd rather fight me over a puppet that has no heart?
Just, how can a manga
no
drag on
At least
for
he
so
still has a
much?
conscience.
It did. Now they had the cool revelation that
might not hear but right now it's loud and clear.
Zangetsu was actually both
And it's telling
the
me you're on the
representation
wrong
of both his
side.
powers. Skip cutscene. But it was just one of those things where
Give me strength.
it dragged on a lot more than what it needed to drag on. Was another one that people hated Bleach because of how everybody thought that Ichigo and Rukia would get along, and I'm thinking to myself, they're the furthest thing from a couple that should actually happen. It was more believable that Rukia and it was more believable that Rukia and Abara would have gotten together. Renji would have gotten together because they had that chemistry. And it's also, I don't know why people hated Orihime, because it's a damsel in distress thing that people hated her, where she just wasn't a fighter. Like, and that was made clear that she wasn't a fighter. And the Quincy War was actually pretty just, it was longer than what it had to be. And I get what Kubo was trying to do. He was trying to basically tell the story that he wanted to tell. Now, a lot of people, and I bring Bleach up because it's getting a spin-off. But let's just talk about some of the renewals or extensions of different shows, different mangas. For example, Boruto. People hate Boruto. especially at that movie where he was just seen as just super cocky and things of that nature, and Naruto had to struggle to get all this power. No, Naruto didn't have to struggle to get all this power. He had to practice. Boruto is Naruto if Minato didn't die. That's all Boruto is. Boruto is Minato would have been popular because Minato was his father. He would have had just OP skills because Minato was his father. And Naruto would have been hated from the villagers. Even if his mother, and I forget how to pronounce it, wouldn't have, if she would have died and he would have became the Jinchuriki. The first thing they would have said was, well, he's the Jinchuriki, you know, be scared of him. And Minato would have said, nah, Jinchurikis are actually only after they run amok or when they are feared. And if he was feared and Minato would have lived, it would have been a whole different situation. A lot of problems with Naruto happened, simply put, because he had to be protected as the son of the fourth Hokage. It was fine for people to know that, hey, he was a Jinchuriki and he needed to be, you know, but he was the son of the fourth Hokage? I think that's something that you throw out versus being the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails, that's something that you will be a secret about. Speaking of the Nine Tails, it's in the background. Because it's later stated that usually the Jinchurikis are either related to the Hokage or the spouse of the Hokage, and you find out that later one of the Kages was a Jinchuriki itself. And I think it's the Mizukage that was the Jinchuriki of the Three Tails. Let's stock these potions. Let's get something out that's a little bit better. Alright, let's go for it. But it's just one of those things where it's just people just hate it, and it made for an interesting story. But in the end, you couldn't, like, when people really found out that, hey, it's the fourth Hokage's son, after he saves a village from pain, it turns into, of course we want to protect him. Of course we want to protect him. He's, you know, he's the hero. And the anime did a great flushing out of those stories that only received a few panels in the book and in the manga, and it did it multiple times. So it went back and says it shows Naruto's growth from the village perspective of, you know, he's a pest, he's annoying. Then it was
a puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless.
I heard that the Nine-Tailed kids was involved with taking down Zabuza.
We can do it together.
Well, no, I'm sure it's Kakashi. The next story arc is, oh my god, it's the Nine-Tailed kids. He's in the tournament. I hope that he doesn't, the fox doesn't come loose. And when he's fighting Neji, he's like, wow, Naruto is really strong.
But right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then they go to
Then
I
you
heard
leave
the
me
Sand
no choice.
Jinchuriki attack the village. Right, and Naruto protected everybody.
Come on!
Then it went to the next story arc where, you know, Master Jiraiya is taking Naruto, and they found the fifth Hokage, you know, Tsunade. God damn. And what they did was, wow, I heard they fought Orochimaru. To where, oh shit, the Akatsuki are after the Jinchuriki. And people are saying, is Naruto gonna be okay? And he goes into, and then someone responds, well, Master Jiraiya is looking after him. To the point where he came back, he's stronger, and people are steady building, steady kind of filling out where he is, and it's all told in flashbacks, and it's told from the perspective of Iruka, and he's saying that, you know, I was the first person to believe in you, which kind of isn't really true. You can actually tell that the third Hokage kind of had some Sarutobi had some Naruto makes a joke about it in the first few episodes. Stop talking to me like you're my grandfather, something of that nature. And in a sense, he kind of was, though. Not in a literal sense, but in a sense of, I don't know how to deal with my grandson type thing. He's a troublemaker, but, you know, he's our kooky little grandson. Because, in essence, the third Hokage treated Minato as almost as if he was a son. I know it wasn't perfect, but you see in those flashbacks how he was like, no, we're going to protect him as much as we need to protect him in order to make sure he's okay. Well, your wife is okay while she's carrying him. And so, just going on with the story, when people found out that Jiraiya died, they said, and they were just saying that, wow, is he okay? It's like, nah, he's just like Master Jiraiya, and then they bring it back to the present. And another instance that they did it in Bleach is when this scene right here, and I'm pointing to it right here, where right when he's fighting the tail beast that Obito brought back to life,
a puppet that's lost
and it's this scene right here where
maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi.
Naruto, where Kurama is saying, like, you know, they're not gonna believe you. Tail beasts are not gonna believe you. People have always asked for power, and you know, you can't talk us into it. And he started going through the flashbacks of what happened from Kurama's perspective. It's like, here, use my power. This is the use of my power. And Kurama is going through and actually saying that he's looking at it from his perspective. And when Kurama is looking at it from his perspective, you see a flashback of all what the other people have said to him. What Montro says to him. Montro says, the Uchiha is going to tell you what to do. What is this? What is that? What is the damn first Hokage's name? He says, I know you're here you're too strong to just be running free. And his wife, and I forget her name right now, says, you're here to keep an eye on the world, and I'm here to keep an eye on you. Always recognizing, it went from recognizing that he was a being that was essentially put in to keep the world in balance. As Hashirama, as Hashirama was the first Hokage, and now I just threw a blank because what is Okushuchi's first name? The Sage of Six Paths. At least Hashirama recognized that, and his wife recognized that the Tail Beasts weren't really there for the sense of just being there for wanting destruction. They were there for a protection of the world. And I died again. And I guess I'm hitting the wall with this one. But with Hashirama's and his wife, when it comes down to what is that woman's name? Naruto's mother is. He's saying, you know, just be quiet inside of me. Always, I'm in control. You have to control your power. Where Naruto says, hey, when this war is over, I'm gonna get all that hate that's out of you. And that's a different phrase than what other people are saying. And when he's talking to Son Goku, inside of, Son Goku's body, he's like, why do you have to be so hard? I'm trying to help everybody. And the Four-Tail says, what do you mean you're trying to help everybody? You're just want to start a palace. No, I'm trying to save everybody. And then Kurama goes through the back history of, use my power. When are you going to use my power? I'm stuck in you. If I give him my power, I'm going to be able to break free. And Naruto flips it on the head where he's like, yeah, when he first meets him, and Kurama's like, oh wow, he finally is recognizing that I'm here. And Naruto doesn't say, he's awed in the moment, but when he first meets Kurama inside of his body, he doesn't say, oh Kurama, I'm scared, I hate you. He's like, no, you're here. I'm gonna take your chakra as rent because you're living in my body. It's not I'm scared of you or begging to give me your power. No, it's we're working together. You're gonna do this and you're gonna give me what I need. In the sense of, I'm not gonna force you. I'm not going to out and out impose my will. No, you're gonna help me because you're gonna want to help me. And that's the thing with their relationship. That's why it became what it became. Then Kurama thinks back of when he's fighting Gaara for the first time, and he's thinking, wow, he's using my power more and more. And once he uses the power more and more, he actually thinks back to how they won the fight. And then he starts thinking back to where, oh my god, he's, this is the fourth teacher, and the fourth is his teacher is going to try to get him to control my power. And Jiraiya did that to an extent, but he didn't do it to an extent that Kurama even thought that he would want to do. He did it to an extent of, no, you're going to control his power, and you're going to let his power, you're going to basically use his power with no limitations. And that's some of the training montage that you got with Jiraiya, and some of the training montage that you got with Jiraiya and Naruto, where he was trying to teach him how to use the power, and the seal was becoming unloose, and Kurama was like, he's gotten stronger, to the point where when they came back, it was, the Kazekage, who Naruto had just found out was kidnapped. And Kurama said one of the most interesting things. He says, oh yeah, he knows this kid who's the Kazekage. And when everybody saw that, even though I I know it was a filler episode, but even though they didn't seem as if they spoke, when since you know in the manga they didn't seem as if they spoke with each other after the incident of their fighting and subsequent stalemate. It was, we gotta protect him, we gotta go save him. He's in Cherokee. He's lived with so much hate, so much so that Tamari was moved.
A puppet that's lost its
And
heart to the
Kurama was
heartless.
moved.
Maybe it holds the key to
Now,
helping Kairi.
I don't know if it was anime
How about
only,
it,
but
Sora?
they,
Let's join forces to save her.
you know what? I think it
We
was
can
in
do
the
it
manga
together.
where Kurama was saying that
What?
when he met
You'd rather
Orochimaru
fight
on
me?
that bridge,
Over a puppet?
Naruto went crazy and he asked for his power. And that's when Naruto actually went super crazy, hurt Sakura, and then they went to the exchange where, you know, they later on in that mission, Sasuke saw what was happening, and Naruto, Sasuke's like, no wonder why you're so strong. You have this inside of you, and
Give me strength. Give me strength.
you know, of course, it's kind of misleading the way they do it
Heal.
in the opening shots from the anime from the first part of Shippuden, and basically Naruto is telling him, I don't want to use your power. Sasuke is saying, oh, this is what your power. He suppresses the Nine Tails power, which we come to find out was the original plan of the third Hokage. That's why they're on the same team.
Gotcha.
And because of the suppression of the power of the Nine Tails, and
Heal.
after that, then you actually see, fast forward to when he finally gets the key to unlock the Nine Tails power, and the Nine Tails is saying that, and I know it's a long story, guys, but just bear with me.
Heal.
The Nine Tails is saying that,
Come on.
you know, I thought I would have to break, you know, oh no, I'm sorry. He skips to the part where Naruto finds out that Minato is his father, and you know, the Nine Tails is just pissed that he's locked in his cage again, and the cage is even stronger, is stronger now. Then now he has to wait, what is effectively to him another 16 years, and yeah, it's 16 years toward immortals, but it's still 16 years nonetheless. And he's a little bit pissed about it.
Here.
But the next thing that happens is Naruto gets the key to unlock the cage and break the seal.
Come on.
And he's like, wow, I just have to take over his mind, and I have the way of actually freeing myself. And the funny part about it is, the next thing that he cuts to is Naruto's fight with him. And, you know, he goes through what happened from his perspective. He doesn't see Naruto's mother talking to him, but he recognizes her chakra and things of that nature. And when Naruto finally beats him, he's not beating him to a sense where he says, you know, and they try to play it, you know, they try to play it a little bit differently in the anime than what it was in the manga. And he beats him and he says, wow, you still have this awesome power, and that's why I respect what you need to do, but for right now we need to end this. And Naruto ends it. He closes it out, and he brings the gracious deity gates And the first thing that you see it more from Kurama's perspective, where he says, wait a minute, this is the jutsu of, you know, I don't know if he's talking about Hashirama or the Page of the Sixth Sage. And in the manga they play it off a little bit better, but he's like, wait, this is his jutsu. And he says, when he's finally beat, he's telling Naruto, just be careful. And the way it's played in the manga is where he's, at that point, he's letting go of that disdain that he always had a disdain for Naruto, but he had a disdain in a sense where it was, you stupid kid, you don't know anything, versus he's always seemed as he's an idiot, but at least he's an idiot I can control, to a point where he's an idiot, but he's an idiot that he cares about something. He's an idiot, but he doesn't just, you know, he's not just saying, okay, shut up, be quiet, I don't need your power. And so Naruto, he's steady going and he's steady doing this in the eyes of Kurama, and when he finally is beaten by Naruto, he says, what is he?
Hey,
and that's when you see him a little bit more chill, and he's call him while they were, you know, after they finally actually,
how about it, Sora? Let's join
after
forces,
you know they
her.
finally got off the island after he found out about the war. That's when you see him saying that, hey, you're using my power wrong.
Over a
and Kurama is saying, Naruto says like, oh, you want to talk now? It's like, but I'm busy. I have to go finish this. And then Kurama breaks down to like, how can you finish a war where people want to kill each other or people are dying? It's like, I'll finish it. And then Kurama calmly says, and he lays out a truth. It goes from a sense of, I'm not just berating you just to berate you, but war happens. People are going to hate. People are going to die. And it's in a mocking tone, but you can tell that he's trying to teach him a lesson. And he says, how could you protect everybody when you couldn't stop Sasuke, who was right there with you? He was the one that you helped, that was closest to you, and you still couldn't stop him. Oh, mic gone. And Naruto turns it back on his head, where yes, Kurama is worried about the war, but you can actually tell by the way he phrases it when Naruto actually sees what goes on. He summons the gate again and he says, trust me, I'm an adult, I can do this. And whereas other Jinchuriki would have left Kurama prostrated, Naruto, and I think it is in the manga, he releases the gate, and he wasn't doing it as a sign of dominance, he was doing it as a sign of, get on my level, talk to me, look me dead in the eye, and we're gonna have a conversation. Not that you're above me and I'm above you, but we're gonna have this conversation. And the conversation is, hey, we're gonna face this war together. I'm gonna fix this war. A puppet that's lost his heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping. We're gonna resolve it.
How about it,
and it was
Sora?
just one of those things in that story that lets me know that that story was thought out more completely than what other stories are. And speaking of other stories, I know I started this off by talking about Dragon Ball Z Super. I think that a lot of people have misgivings about Super for some of the stupidest reasons. People want a power scale, and you can't power scale Dragon Ball Super at all because it's so much power creep in that series is ridiculous. It's so much power creep in the Dragon Ball Super series that it just doesn't make sense. This person should be as strong as this person. This person, it should be, way stronger than this person. But what they're doing with the characters, oh my god, the characters are just... The only character that really hasn't shown growth is Goku, but when has Goku ever shown growth? The one growth that Goku has is that he killed Frieza for the second time. That's the one bit of growth that Goku has shown. Vegeta growth. Piccolo has become Grandma Piccolo. And I know the joke was Piccolo is the DBZ's best father. And kinda not now. He's the best father to be a trainer. But he's the best parent now. I kind of think that Gohan, with the way he does with Pan, actually Gohan took the title away from. He took the title away from Piccolo. But Piccolo has graduated from being the best dad to the best master. Now, I don't know if it's hilarious because Vegeta, the person that left his I would say wife, I would say boyfriend, I would say wife, or would say girlfriend, his baby mama almost died in a car crash back in the Android saga. To you look at my daughter wrong and you make her cry, and I will destroy you with our Lord and Master Satan and Yamcha pissed off Bra in the episode that she was born, and they showed her what was another one, but the way he deals with like Tarble 2, Kaba, or should we really say Tarble 2.0, he's becoming that old crotchety. If you ever saw Kill Bill Volume 2, he's that guy. He's that guy that would bust your shit for looking weak, but he would actually train the shit out of you. And literally he busted, Kaba's shit for, like, you're a Saiyan, for God's sake, man. Don't bow in the middle of a match.
Give me strength.
What was another one?
Courage.
What he did with Trunks, that's hilarious. And the baseball game with Kaba again. I just think that it's hilarious, Vegeta's character development.
Gotcha. Heal. Heal. This should help.
All right, we're gonna beat him this time, guys. So
This should help.
With just the Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power, what's been going on with that, it's actually pretty funny.
Heal.
And I just think that Toei is fucking with people. Like, literally just...
Come on.
You think the tournament's taking too long? Let's show a scene of the two Omni Kings saying the tournament is taking too long. And the way they play the Omni Kings, they are just hilariously...
Donald. Goofy.
They act is... I swear to God, I think that the Omni Kings are the definition and representation of what Toei thinks of their fans. Because the running joke of the Omni Kings actually, one will raise one hand and one will raise another, and what happened is they basically conform to each other to say it's just one of those things where it's just, that's another symbol of how so many fans act. Was another one, the it's taking too long, it's taking too long, it's taking too long, and it's just represented. It just seems that's how they think the fans are. And especially the episode where they're just like showing different people from different universes, and it's like, oh yeah, and you just get a highlight of how fans react to certain things, because the way the Omni King acted to the scene in Universe 6 where you see Hit recruiting Frost, that's how a lot of fans reacted. That's definitely how a lot of fans reacted to that scene. Ooh, oh my goodness, he's strong. And Toei is a representation of the Grand Prix. And I'm getting my ass kicked, guys. Toei is a representation of the Grand Prix. So he's like, wait, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. And Toei is just that representation of the Grand Prix.
Come on. This is it.
And everything that the people do, and just going back to just that interaction, is just like the fascination with Goku, as if Goku actually does anything worth being fascinated about. It's the fascination with things looking cool. It's the fascination with just and when they gave the Xenos the freaking God pad, it's like, yeah, this is what Toei thinks of their fans, because it made it easy to follow that, hey, you can pick out who just failed, and it's a great way of, at least with the characters, if you're not putting a name to, it's at least a way of actually making sure that people know that you did take some time to name them and give them a background. Because that's what people really want, a background on the character, especially Dragon Ball Z fans, where they want to actually be able to say, this person is this. Donald, you did not just get one shot.
Donald! Get me straight.
God. This person is this. And it's just hilarious. Some of the way that the Omni Kings are actually just treated. And the way that the Grand Priest is. Just, if you actually just take a look at it, and where the Grand Priest is like, okay, y'all think you ready for it? And, you know, the gods of destruction say yes. And it turns out that there were some parts that still needed fixing. And that was, the stage is a representation of the stage is a representation of how they had to put this tournament together. At least I feel that is. And there were some parts that were weak, so it took a little bit more time to flush it out. And it was actually the cool scene of them, the gods of destruction, going back and building the stage, and just how that actually built up.
Get me straight.
But it's hilarious whenever you see those group of three, Toei and the Omni Kings. It's just hilarious. All right, I think me talking over is a little bit distracting, but
Gotcha. Gotcha. Come on. Heal. This should help.
all right.
Come on.
Heal. And now that Donald's alive more, I can get my arrow that I need.
Come on. Come on.
Alright, so Montro is taking a lot longer than what I thought it did. It thought it should. Thank you. And let's use that Mega Elixir.
Come on. Heal.
Alright. I got it this time, guys.
Heal.
And I can't wait for that leaf bracelet.
Heal. This should help. Heal. Heal.
Alright.
Heal. Heal.
Come on. There we go. Finally. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank God.
Riku, where are you?
Oh, to stop.
So, Kyrie's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
Phew.
And her heart was...
Taken by the heartless, no doubt.
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the princesses of heart.
This is...
Gather them together, and a door will open to the
I
heart
probably gotta
of
adjust my
all
camera angle.
worlds.
But
Within lies untold
Actually,
wisdom. There
it's
you
actually
will
pretty
surely
cool.
find a way to recover
it's kind of
Kyrie's heart.
get to hang it up.
Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift. The power to control the heartless.
I'm thinking about streaming, guys. You know, I kind of did a video of it.
Soon,
I'm thinking about streaming
soon.
More of my drawing. I actually have a stand forward. All right. So let's go ahead and select the world. Let's warp drive. Now we're gonna be headed back to Traverse Town. And it's actually pretty cool because I have basically, I think I have enough of stuff to build more stuff. Oh wow, I can't wait till I get the glide. The glide is gonna be it. And we can actually wind down the stream with a couple different things. One, we can get everything that we kind of need. I think I got everything out of the clock tower. But I need to actually get a couple things, such as the wishing star. Okay, great. So let's change up this keyblade. See, the 3 wishes is still the better keyblade. Alright, so let's go ahead and first get the puppies, because I did send some more puppies home. Alright, so let's go get some puppies. Puppies! What is that? Jerry the King Lawler. Just say puppies, which was kind of funny because how do you put press to puppies? I don't know. I guess sweater puppies. But drooling, slobbering beast is not what I think of when I think of breasts. Now I may become one, but it's not what I think of when I think of breasts. Alright, so nope, don't need anything in here. And I forget when you get the last postcard. Oh yeah, I just want to get the cut through this way. You know, the funny thing about the 101 Dalmatians is the puppies weren't even all of the Dalmatians that are originally in the story, which was kind of ironic. All right, so and one of these days, guys, I'm gonna actually go and yeah, I have to save, but let's go ahead and get Dumbo. Wow. I've been up and down lately as far as my sleep schedule, guys. I've been trying to create, been trying to edit videos, been drawing, and I've woken up at, I usually wake up about 5:30. Sometimes I've just been waking up a lot earlier than that, around 4:30, 4 o'clock, and it's really been throwing off my sleeping schedule. And with it throwing off my sleeping schedule, I've been, I don't know, it's just been a little bit, it's been throwing off my sleeping schedule. Now, I normally sleep for about probably 6 hours a night, and unlike most people, I can actually have broken sleep and be a little bit restful. So I fall asleep at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is pretty weird, and wake up about 1, move around a little bit, then head back to sleep.
Wait a second. Your poo?
The next thing that I know, I'm waking up at 4 o'clock. So I get interrupted sleep, but I'm not one of those people that are not okay with interrupted sleep. It's fine for me.
Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh too?
Well,
what's another
no.
one?
Why would I do that? We've only just met.
And so it's kind of been throwing off my sleep schedule.
What do you mean?
Well, we all lived
I know,
here in a 100-acre wood, and we'd take walks together, or play Pooh sticks.
Of course, with this holiday weekend being as split as it is, it's kind of a little bit jarring.
But now, everyone is gone.
But hey, it's fine.
All my friends, and my favorite honey tree too. Everyone
Go do a
must
little bit
have
of a
gone away
workout.
while I was napping, I think. So who knows?
I think I've gotten my groove as far as bringing you guys videos.
But I wonder, how do I say goodbye to myself?
I know,
Think.
I think what makes this game, I don't know, it's just like I can't wait to get to the other games. I love this game for its story, and it's not contrived story. That's the thing about it. It seems like organic story. And the thing about, I really think this was supposed to be a bigger game than what it was. It just feels that way. It feels as if it feels as if things were cut. It was supposed to be a lot bigger than what it was. Yeah, glad I'm saved in here. And that's why you have the disjointed chain of memories. and I wouldn't say disjointed, but the disjointed way Chain of Memories were was actually kind of broken down, where it was just such a rehash.
Fire!
Let's give him a fire.
No, Mother. There's no more honey left. If only the honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat my fill.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is where the game hits its stride. And Birth by Sleep. Oh, Birth by Sleep is wonderful. Just the story that it tells. What the hell is that? This man has something hidden beneath. Okay. Okay, Al. So, it's just like, I want to get to the other parts of the story, but I want to actually do this and actually, I don't know, I guess.
Whoa. Is anyone there?
Make sure that I get all the trophies. That reminds me. So, there was this
What
5-star,
do?
1,000, whatever, that people actually got a platinum trophy within 20 minutes.
Where are you?
And I know
It's me.
it's good and bad to that.
Piglet.
The good and bad to it is, one, if you're a platinum trophy person like myself, it's actually good to see a platinum. But if you haven't earned it, it's just... Now, there are some games that are stupid difficult to get a platinum on. One, I have Ezio, the Ezio collection. Assassin's Creed 2, 2.5, 2.5, Ezio collection. Assassin's Creed 2, easy to get a platinum on. Brotherhood, not so much, because they have multiplayer shit that you have to do.
Never mind.
So in the original PlayStation 3, I didn't get a platinum on it. In Revelations, I bought it, but it's just looking dead at looking at me dead in the face. But it's one of those things where
I have something for him.
Assassin's Creed did not need a multiplayer. And this is back when games have to have a multiplayer so it can make money and do this, and no, they don't, dog. And Ubisoft, don't fall into that trap. Well, they fell into the trap. Don't stay in that trap. They stand in a trap. Just wake up. Stop.
How have you been?
So, I don't know.
I'm so glad to see you.
But this
I thought
game,
you'd gone away. I brought
it had you get a platinum in 20 minutes. Which people that don't have many platinums, they would actually.
Really?
I know they would want to get it, but
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey
not
tree.
that I say that I'm a
What if you take their honey?
masochist,
Won't
that I
the
like
bees be angry?
to call myself playing in order to get pleasure, but it takes some effort. If something takes effort, it's worth the work for it. And that's one of the things that I know a lot of people just don't understand. And I'm not saying that there should not be participation awards. And I'm not saying that second place is the first loser. No, that's stupid and trifle, and anybody who believes that needs to have their fucking head examined. But when it comes to getting things or winning things, there has to be some sort of balance. And I hate when people just don't recognize that things need balance. Not neutrality. Neutrality is stupid. But objectivity and balance are very important for being a judge, being a discerner of different things. My God, like, we all need to be able to determine certain things. And if you can't judge things, if you can't determine things, why? Like, what good is learning through life? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too philosophical with it. And this mini game is a lot easier than what a lot of people wanted to make it believe. All you have to do is make sure that they don't ever get to poop. And it's pretty easy once you track it. And I'm just making a directional button. And I'm not even moving, I'm moving the camera. I'm not even moving the directional button. I'm not even jumping. The little rush command that's even more of a way of being able to do it. I wonder how high he can get without any interruptions. So I retwisted my hair, as you guys probably seen the previous broadcasts. I actually I had braids for about, I want to say 15 years. Now I turned them into dreads, redid it a little bit.
It is rather funny what I will do for honey.
Of course, I'm gonna put this back on because I'm about to go back to the gym. About to go to the gym in a little bit. What did it turn into? Oh, joy. And I'm about to just wrap this up, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching today. And hey, you can visit for scheduling info, you can go to facebook.com/Crimson6062 PS4 Gaming, and you can support me on my Patreon. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and happy 4th of July.